Hello. You're tuning to the episode of The Wunderkind Show live. Good morning. It is time for The Wunderkind Show morning show. I'm your host, Nitro, and we got two topics we're going to touch on. Half an hour for show this morning. Good morning to everyone that is here. Thank you for showing up. We got some special news, man. And this time we're going to cross a little over into the NBA because there's some stuff happening over there. But as a Raven fan, there's some stuff I want to talk on that has to deal with the NFL. Because, man, listen, when the NFL and the media truly feel sorry for you, truly wants to butter you up, pamper you and stuff like that, they let it be known. They let it be known. And I'm sitting there looking at this like, y'all serious? Y'all must be wondering what I'm talking about, right? This player, I don't know if some of you might know. His name is Dalton Kincaid. Yes, he is one of the players for the Buffalo Bills. This guy is the guy that dropped the wide open pass that Josh Allen threw to him. And when I mean he was open, he was open. He made the catch more difficult and everything, but he dropped it. Now, the NFL and the media right now are kind of tiptoeing a line, coming to his defense, saying, fans can be so hard on guys, and, he's a good player. He tried so hard. The Bills tried so hard. And it's like, excuse me? So far so now that they're saying that he had a torn PCL. That's the new story in the news coming out about this. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. At all. This is that same thing where it's like, the reason why Josh had lost to the Ravens in the beginning of the season, because he had hurt his non-throwing hand. That's why. Injuries and everything else. This man played. He played against us. He played against other teams. And somehow, I'm supposed to feel sorry for him, bro? I'm supposed to just put him in a coffin like, it's all right. Let's sing those gospel blues. I'm sorry, Dalton. I shouldn't have felt that way. You've always been special. Your hands, it wasn't your fault. Shouldn't even been playing. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Good morning, mods. Abdi. Yes, this is a live video, Abdi. Every Monday, Tuesday, I will be going live. And Friday. So, I'm sitting here wondering to myself, like, why? Why should I feel sorry for this player? Mind you, they are already starting the sympathy tour for Josh Allen losing another time to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. When in all actuality, it was Josh Allen's fault that the blitz got there. Josh Allen saw the protection. He knew. Because when he motioned, listen, guys, I don't know if anybody here that knows a lot about football. I'm just going to preside that all of us know about the same amount. When you motion somebody, it's not just to get numbers on one side. It's usually to let you know if they're in zone or man. If you motion somebody over, right, and they're being followed, man, got it, this ain't zone. Now, what some coaches will do is they'll overload it and maybe motion two guys just to make sure. Or they'll motion to see if it's like a bracketed coverage or something of that you can give more information to the offense. Because what will happen is if you move one guy, they'll be like, okay, we're rolling, right? And then you'll see the defender go, bang, 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 or double, double. They'll do stuff like that. And it pretty much means stacking. All right, if they go low, because what they usually want to do is get the high-low concept going. So, all right, they're going low, double, meaning you go high, I go low. You know what I'm saying? So now, technically, they're in a zone, middle of the field, but they're manning out the outsides. You know what I'm saying? It gives you information. Abdi said I'm going to leave the room. My girl tripping. That's love, Abdi. That's love. Thanks for being out here. You know what I'm saying? So 9 a.m. Listen, guys, this is more earlier for today. It's because I have to go on a bread run for the church. You guys, I'm as open as a book. This morning, this is where we go to Midwest to go get all the food for the pantry that we give out to our community. And also on Wednesdays, I do a bread run to Bimbo for the community. So we do a bread box on Wednesdays from 9 to 12, or I'm sorry, 10 to, is it 10? Yeah, 10 to 12. And then, but we have to be there from 8 o'clock to pick up the bread from the driving distance and stuff like that. Hence why on those 2 days I do earlier shows. Only on Tuesday once a month I do this early. I'm just explaining it to you guys. But every other morning it's 9 a.m. except for Wednesdays. Fridays, Mondays, Tuesdays outside of today, it's always going to be 9 a.m. I'm being as flexible because I got to give you this content. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real and honest. Open as a book. But you have to start asking yourself, why? Why is the NFL protecting the Buffalo Bills? I don't hate Josh Allen. I told you guys many times on this platform, he is a top 3 quarterback in the league. You can't even argue it. You can't even argue it. Like he is. He does more than Burrow. Even though Burrow has been farther in the playoffs than Lamar, than Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the better player. It's just factual. Burrow needs way more help than what Josh Allen does to be successful. That's factual. That is factual. Pivoting on that, y'all notice how Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls and they don't exalt him to the level of a Joe Burrow? And I don't want to hear, it's because he has everything. Joe Burrow had weapons on top of weapons. 3 number ones, a top 5 running back, top defense. The only thing that you could say that was lackluster was his offensive line. His offensive line wasn't even the worst offensive line in the league. You notice how Jalen Hurts don't get exalted? We sing the praises to our Lord, for he is the King of Kings. We sing the praises to the Lord, for he is the King. Give him glory. Nasty work. Bro, I hate narratives. I hate media-driven narratives. It perturbs me. It really does. And I think it started with Allen Iverson for me. Like, I'm going to say it right now. A backstory. When I was growing up, I was a big Allen Iverson fan. I modeled my game after my father and Allen Iverson. And a little bit of Baron Davis. But mostly those 2 guys. And I remember there was because in Philly, you know, he was the thug, the gangster, the street guy, the urban warrior. And he goes to Denver, right? And there was a mishap that had happened on the road for him coming to the game. He saved 2 people's lives. This is when I know the media picks their villains. We didn't know. They said Allen Iverson late to game. Nothing has changed. That was what they were running with the studio narrative. It was one of the guys in the booth that finally said, yeah, he was late. I don't think they should have said that. He was late because he literally saved 2 people on the highway. Guy was having a heart attack and it was a bad accident. He stopped his car to stop oncoming traffic and pulled the people out. And they were able to call 911 and everything else. And the media refused to run the story. Refused! But that's why I don't like, because that let me know, like, from a young age. I was in high school when that happened. I was like, okay, I see y'all. Y'all some propagandists, right? Propaganda. It's nasty. Because it's like, why be that? Why do that? You can just tell the truth. The truth is sufficient enough. But if it doesn't fit their narrative, doesn't count. That's why I give so much love and admiration to like Allen and certain players like Lamar and stuff like that, because I understand what the media does. The media has already chosen who their villain is. And they've chosen that their villain will always remain Lamar Demetrius Jackson. It baffles me. It makes me laugh inside, like that you have people saying that the media coddle Lamar Jackson. They say that. They said the media coddle him. And I'm like, how? Who? The guy they said didn't deserve to play the position. The guy that they said can't throw. The guy they said can't read defense. The guy that they said didn't deserve to be in his position. The guy that they said that they couldn't understand what he was saying. The guy that they said that it was cheap because his skin matched the ball. Like, huh? He wasn't intelligent enough to learn the playbook. Bro, noodle arm. Too small. The list goes on. But then I should feel sorry for these guys. I should have sympathy. I should be in my feels about this. No! Bro, listen. Like that junk, y'all have no idea how that irks me, bro. Like I have no idea. Ridiculous. Listen, guys. Today said, my God, the baby for Allen is crazy. First was overtime. Hey, girl, talk your junk, girl. Thank you. First was the overtime rule. They changed the overtime rule to help him. Now they want to implement first down technology because he simply can't beat Mahomes. Because they're like, it was too close to call. Oh, if his hair was long, he could have just. It's not fair. Look, the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, they do that. That's undoubted, you know. Listen, let me tell you something right now. Even with that, they don't even do that properly. You can pit two people against each other. We've seen it with Magic and Bird. We've seen it. Tell you the truth, though, I think that, and I swear y'all better not do this. I don't think Angel Reese can carry the way Cece can carry. Now, that girl, I forgot her name, the young one coming out of college, I think this is going to be her last year in college. She is going to be the one that's going to be, to me, the face of the league after that's going to be picking up everything. Like you have when it comes to that stuff, there's demographics. You understand? Coming that people are going to be stronger in and stuff like that. Or you're going to have guys that cross over in the demographics and stuff like that. And right now, it is what it is. But that I forgot her name. Juju. I think it's Juju Watkins. Thank you, money. Yes, Juju. When she comes out, yes, I think that's going to be the true. If they want to build the WNBA, I would pit CC versus Juju because the scoring, the way that how the highlights will work, because what you're going to have is the savvy passer and shooter, right? Who they're going to say is intelligent and everything else for Caitlin Clark, and then you're going to have the absolutely dominating, ball shooting, unstoppable scoring guard that is Juju Watkins. Because she got the size, she got it all. She got the stroke, pause. You know what I'm saying? She got it all. So she could be almost like the Magic. You know what I'm saying? That to me is a better correlation with one another. Much better. But that's no disservice to Angel Reese. Angel Reese is going to be a great player in that league. But this is what I'm trying to say, how the leagues, the media, pick and choose heroes and villains. My biggest problem with the NFL is not even like they picked one hero. No, they got multiple heroes. They just have one villain. It's Lamar's the villain, and Josh Allen, don't worry, you're a hero. Mahomes, they don't even like Mahomes. Mahomes has done exactly what I said Lamar has to do. Become indistinguishably, there's a word I'm looking for, and it just left my tongue. But he has to be indistinguishably like unstoppable. Let's say unstoppable with that, right? Because undeniable. There it goes. He has to be undeniable. Because like you notice when they came out with the list a couple years ago, I think it was like a year ago. Pat Mahomes already had 2 rings. They were calling him a street baller. He ain't really that's how they feel behind the scenes. They don't like Patrick Mahomes. They don't like him. He's just become like undeniable that they have to. Because like, bro, the man's won 3 titles, 2 MVPs. How are y'all talking crap still? You know this. And so I don't count him as a hero. I just feel like he has risen, him and that team has risen himself to just an ungodly standard and level that now you can't say that. If he can retire right now, he is a legit first ballot Hall of Famer. King of the Mind, what's up, my bro? There really isn't much moves the Ravens can make or are willing to make to clear up cap room to get any player that's highly paid on for another team in a trade. You know what's crazy? And King of the Mind, shout out to you, my bro. You already know. All love. It bothers me with the Ravens because if the Ravens just built up their offensive line the right way, none of this would be a talking point. Because we've seen them dominate with subpar offensive play. Ronnie Stanley was subpar this year. Linderbaum, if everyone's saying that, he was subpar this year. He was getting beat off the ball. It's not that his technique was bad, it's that he needs to bulk up. I don't got to talk about Voorhees or Falele. Makari, right? The line was terrible. But because you had 2 monster guys in the back with Lamar and Derek, it mitigated that. I don't understand why Sean King hates Lamar Jackson for no reason. Everyone hates him. That's why you have to cut Andrews. You can have Kolar move up into the second, likely does more than Andrews, and he's cheaper. It doesn't make sense that you're not feeding Likely at this point. It doesn't make sense. Our team has talent that we're not even using. Bro, imagine that. The Baltimore Ravens has talent that they're not even using. The defensive line is not totally consistent, even though they're giving up, even though they're giving up, they're getting sacks. But they don't get consistent pressure. Vicky Allen, without the Super Bowl wins, would Mahomes be mentioned in the same conversation with Lamar Jackson? Yes. Yes, he would. He's a 2-time MVP. He's thrown for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Yes, he would be. It's just the last 2 years he's been real subpar with his statistics. But those first 3 years, his statistics were ridiculous. People forget Mahomes got MVPs. That's my problem with the narrative of Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. None of them are MVPs. None of them have won Super Bowls. None of them are all pros. None of that stuff. They're just really good quarterbacks. Josh Allen has never been the best quarterback in the league. Never. Lamar Jackson has been. Patrick Mahomes has been. That's why they have the accolades. That junk is crazy. Bro, nasty. Himalay Lulu, if you remove Lamar's first 2 playoff games, he is 3-3 in the playoffs. First career playoff game, he wasn't a starter until the mid. Exactly. 19-second playoff game with his wide receivers at 8 drops. Bro, that game still. It's ridiculous. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, that this is nothing new. It's the pieces around Lamar that fail him. The defense don't get turnovers. The offensive line, they don't block. And then receivers decide not to catch. And coaches decide not to properly clock manage the team. And then y'all be like, well, Lamar, on the fumble, it's a bad snap. Go through all of the games this postseason. Show me a lot of them, the Philly games, they were playing in snow. It was snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, right? That type of snow. Talking about a winter wonderland, right? No botch snaps, nothing. Only to the Baltimore Ravens. There's drops, botch snaps, everything. Get out of here, bro. And then Andrews, this is facts, drops over 20% of passes thrown to him in the playoffs. His passer rating when targeting Andrews in the regular season, I think it's like a 119 or something like that. It's great. When it gets to the playoffs, it's like a 44. That's a problem. Yep, Hippocos. What's good, man? Yeah, man. Bill fans acting straight up diva-ish. And it's like, I'd rather keep Andrews, but as a tight end too. Listen, man, you need weapons because think about it. He might be wide open again. And then it dictates that you go to him in the playoffs. I want somebody in his position that's going to catch the ball. The problem with Andrews is he won't catch the ball. And his not catching causes turnovers. The interception versus the Titans was his fault. He tips the ball up into the air. He catches it like this. The ball's like this. And he goes, bink, and knocks it into a volleyball up into the air. And boom, then there's an interception. Come on now, man. Lamar is the only quarterback that has to play perfect to win. It's mind-boggling to me. He has to make up for the poor offensive line, make up for the drops, play calling, coaching. And it's like, and another reason why I say coaching is because they won't even play the best players. Like, why are you still playing Brandon Stevens after knowing how bad Brandon Stevens has been? That's the reason they scored in the first drive. They targeted him literally walking down the field, and you refused to take him off the field. Fellaini was getting beat all game. You refuse to take him off the field. There's a problem with that. Ojabo has been DNP like it's a part of his package deal, and you wanted to pretty much start him in the divisional game. That's a problem. That's coaching. King of the Minds, they have $9 million in cap for this upcoming season. Not even enough to sign a rookie draft class. Oh my God, I hate you, bro. Oh! Don't do this to me. Please. Oh! It's too early in the morning, Demise. Like, bro. They never got enough to sign the rookie class. That's why they have to let go of Andrews. They let go of Andrews. They sign Hamilton, which opens up the cap. They restructure Humphreys and Lamar. They can make 40, 50 mil real quick open on that cap. Hurts just went off. Lulu, what you talking about? Not in the divisional game. No, he not. Burrow does not too. What's it called? Defense was in the basement this year. If Burrow had a turnover, it was good game fit. Bro, Burrow kept turning the ball over in the fourth quarter. OBJ and other players' dead money is $8 million, so 17 minus 8 is 9. I'm going off of Ravens Sports Track spending for the two toys. Yeah, I know, bro. I already know. I know you good for the numbers. Listen, that junk just irks me because it's like, come on now. Like, are you serious? What are we doing here? Like, why? What's going through y'all heads? What's going through your minds? Nasty work, bro. But right now, we're going to pivot, right? Real quick for the last segment of the show. I know the basketball talk. Some of y'all do watch basketball. Listen, man. Jimmy Butler's hilarious. Bro, listen. This is what happens when you make so much money. They're paying you so much money that you don't care. Even though I don't agree with how he's doing it, you got to admit it's funny. You got to admit it. So Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat has been suspended indefinitely from them. He will not be playing another possession as a Miami Heat player, right? Pretty much Shams was the one that covered it. I'm going to read it to you right now, and I'm going to show you what he posted, right? It said that Jimmy Butler walked out of a Miami Heat shoot-around this morning after being informed the team is planning not to start him. So they wanted him to come off the bench. They knew it was purposely done. That's how, like, Pat Riley's been like that. He been like that. If Pat Riley don't get what he wants, he could be real petty too. And with Hayward, Highsmith starting moving forward, sources tell ESPN. So he walked out. He said, "I'm not going to be starting. You got me coming off the bench? Are y'all serious? I'm out." He walked out. So they said, "Fine, we're suspending you indefinitely." Mind you, this is a player that makes about $50 million a year. I'm going to go to sleep, so no more chatting. Going to be listening in the meantime. Listen, I'll be real with you. Jimmy needs to go all over there to the Bucks. The Bucks. I think the Bucks win the championship this year. I think Giannis gets his second title. I think that they put the other Steph to rest, and Damian Lillard gets his first. I truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Isaac Gonzalez, go Ravens. So early, I'm having trouble staying away. Give me the 5. I got you, homie. 5-finger salute. Good morning, sir. Got you, bro. I got you. Jimmy Butler need to go to L.A. Nah. LeBron? No. Bro, him and LeBron not going to get along. They're not. He's going to rub LeBron the wrong way. Like, Jimmy is one of those guys that when he's in, he's giving it everything he got, and he ruffles the feathers of the players around him because he expects the players to give the same amount of intensity. That's going to rub Anthony Davis and LeBron James the wrong. I'm telling you this. I'm not even asking you. We've seen players around LeBron get traded for less. Keep saying Lamar. So look, this is what he posted after he was indefinitely suspended. This is exactly what he posted. Bro, if Petty was a person, if y'all don't know who this is, this is Tommy from Martin. Martin, one of the most famous comedic shows of all time. I'm talking Pam, Tommy, Cole, Martin, you know what I'm saying? All of them. That's what he put. You know why he put this? Because Tommy ain't got no job. Then I'm going to play the audio of this man, what he posted after that on his Instagram, because then he was pretty much just really selling it. Like he don't got no job. Check this out. Check what this man posted on here. Oh my gosh.
I'm a Virgo. 6'4". Just so happens that I'm jobless, Tommy. Tell me what the truth is. You're jobless.
Still ain't got no job.
Yeah, lady. You know, it just so happens I got a house need a little cleaning. Right. He ain't got no job.
You see what I'm saying? So it was just a big joke. Him pretty much saying I'm out of here. And that's hilarious because for all of us that love Martin, you know what I'm saying? It's perfect like comic relief. So he knew what he was doing. But Pat Riley, look, I don't agree with how Jimmy handled this. I don't. But this is also two guys being totally petty. And they're some of the most petty in the league. And Pat Riley is old school. He's old school petty. Like, you're not going to play him or try him in front of anybody and think he's not going to retaliate. No. That's not happening. It's just not happening. No. Hey, that's the same Pat Riley from the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers. He's not backing down. He would piss Giannis off too. I think him and Giannis would be better together because I believe they would play off of each other because of Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is the shooter. So both those guys, when Giannis is going, like Jimmy wants guys that are going to play defense just as hard as they play offense. So if anybody is going to ruffle, it's going to be Damian Lillard. But if they're scoring a lot, getting back down, getting steals, fast breaks, everything else, shot at a title and everything else, come on now, bro. I'm telling you, Jimmy will get his title, be 2-3 years on the Bucks. They might get 1 or 2, maybe 2. Then he'll probably leave or retire. I'm saying, bro. Chris, Morning Nitro, always appreciate your vids, bro. All love, baby. All love. You know what I'm saying? But this is what's going on there. This is what's going on in the NBA world. And look, I'm fair. If someone pays you to do a job, just do it. Like, just do it, guys. Like, it is what it is. You could argue behind the scenes, but at least respect the contract that you signed. Unless it's a garbage contract. You know, some of these teams do ridiculous stuff. No, this is the NBA. This ain't football. Where, like, the contract isn't even worth the paper that it's written on. This is NBA. Like, hold on, look at this. Jimmy Butler's contract. I'm going to read this off to you so you understand what type of contracts these NBA players are signing. Jimmy Butler signed a 3-year, $146,396,031 contract with the Miami Heat. All of it guaranteed. Yo. All of it guaranteed. I want to remind you, $146 million. Let's start doing some math, guys. Because we can talk about this before we close out, right? Look. $146 million, right? Let's times that by 0.10, which is 10%. That's 14,600,000. How much of you would go to your job, even though you hate the job, for even 10% of that? 10% of that is $14,600,000 per year. You're making that annually. How many of you would go to work? And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is where the disconnect comes from with the fans and players. Because it's like, bro, like, you're making $50 million a year to play basketball. Just show up. Keep the other stuff behind. Is it funny? Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But, bro, $50 million a year? We're not even asking you to, like, they weren't, like this was retaliation for the stuff that he was originally doing. He was starting. He was just unhappy that they didn't want to extend him even further when he wanted to be extended even further. So he started throwing a temper tantrum. That's literally what this is from. It wasn't because he wasn't starting, getting play time, nothing. This was, he wanted to be extended further. They said that we're not going to extend you right now. They'll probably do it in the offseason. He gets mad and goes off on this and pretty much said, well, I ain't playing. But it's like, bro, you signed 140. It's not like they're not paying you. I know. Before we go, how much and how far would you go for your job? For $14,600,000 annually. I need to know. I put money on it. All of you would go to work like this. Whatever you want, boss. I got it. You want me to stop at the donut shop before coming to work? You want coffee? Yes. Listen, 99% of us will do the same thing. And that's 10% of what he's making. To put it into perspective, I can go even further. If your job was willing to pay you that in a 3-year span, you would probably do anything. Because 14, that's $4,866,666. HR Ferguson with the name HR. Human Resources. Hey, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's where the disconnect from the fans come from, especially with NBA players. Because the league is softer. They're not getting hit as much and stuff like that. You're literally signed a fully guaranteed contract. This isn't football where, oh, you got a $100 million contract and $40 million of it is guaranteed. The rest of it, they write it off and can cut you. You feel what I'm trying to say? No. And that's a 5-year deal, 6-year deal. Like, this dude's making $146 million in 3. Do you have any idea what? And this is in Florida. I'm in Florida. There's no state tax. Also, all he's paying is federal. That's all he's paying. He's paying federal. He's paying his agent fees. So at the most, he's paying roughly probably like 44, 45%. The rest is his. Because the highest tax bracket is 37.1%. I know that stuff off the top of my head. I know. And listen, the NBA is different. The best in the North is different than the NFL because people will take troubled players simply because they'll have a chance to win a championship because one player makes that much of a difference in the NBA, unlike the NFL. And the NBA is built around its players, not around the shield. The NFL is built around the shield and the organizations. The players are just people in helmets. Even though we love the quarterbacks, right now, if there was a holdout or a strike, it already happened. If there was a holdout or a strike, the NFL knows that if the players said, we want more money, we're not going to play, they could take college kids, put them in the helmet and those jerseys and those pads, and every single NFL team would still be watched. And there would barely be a drop-off. It's not the same with the NBA. It's literally wired around the players. Literally. And yeah, it does cause a lot of prima donna shit because they know, like the players know, like it's built around us. It's built around us. And I believe they have a 50-50 split with them and the owners, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So listen, all I'm saying is if you're paid that handsomely to do your job, just do your job. If you want to keep that stuff behind the scenes, it's just more respectful. There's a way to conduct yourself in business. This, hilarious. I'll always laugh at stuff like this, but make no mistake about it. He's being toxic about it. Like he's being a brat about it, and you can't be a brat about it. Jimmy's a great player. Like, you hold your head up. It's like, all right, talk about it in the offseason. If you want to say I'm not going to play at the beginning of the season when there's no game, stuff like that, that's more understandable than quitting pretty much in the middle of the season. That's crazy talk. Like, what are we doing here? And then talking bad about your teammates, that's crazy talk. Like, what are we doing here? I want to remind you, $146 million for 3 years. And just because they wouldn't extend you when you wanted to, you go on a rampage? Nasty work. Nasty work. But what do you guys think? Do you think Jimmy Butler's out of pocket? Do you think he should be acting like that? Or do you think, if they don't want to pay him, he should just do whatever he wants? And who do you think will be able to win if they added Jimmy Butler? Because that's the thing. That's the key. Which team can he go and play for, right, that they can win it? Because at the same time, now Pat Riley's not going to send him to where he wants to go. He's going to go send him to the abyss. A team that will give him the most. He doesn't care where he's playing to. That's the other side of this. That's the other side of this. And Dalton Kincaid, should we still be feeling sorry for the Bills? Like, my God, how long is the sympathy tour going to go on? Ridiculous. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you guys for showing up for the morning show again. Yes, guys, like I said, I know today and tomorrow we'll be starting early because I have to go do stuff. It's like my responsibilities. That's why I said Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays. But on Wednesdays, I'm going to start doing earlier shows so that we can still do the lives. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, eventually we'll have the new channel. And every day, Monday through Friday, we'll have lives. Every single day. On all topics. Cross sports. We're going to build this the right way, guys, so let's do it. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is Natural signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And y'all have a wonderful, amazing morning. Y'all know how we do it. Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
Tailspin. Tailspin. On the left, and we get in with another tailspin. Spin it.